Welcome back to the channel. These are the attachments that I use. I used Expression Ultra Braid attachments. I used 2 packs of color 30 and half pack of color 27. So I'm starting out with my hair already sectioned. Thanks to my little sister, she helped me pre-section my hair, and this made the job a lot more easier, guys. A lot more easier. So because I do not want to braid my hair with the rubber bands in, what I did was apply some grease, and at some point I used just the shine and jam on my hair, and then this helped me to easily pull out and take out the rubber band without it breaking my hair. So that's one tip for you if you're going to be using this exact method that I used, that is not leaving the rubber bands in. Make sure that you apply some grease or your shine and jam so that you can easily remove the hairband without breaking your hair or snapping your hair in the process. Did you guys see, like, I took a section of braiding hair, divided it into 2 unequal parts, and then I crossed these 2 parts together. After I put these 2 braiding hair together, what you get is going to be 4 sections of braiding hair, basically like 4 single sections of braiding hair. So what I now do is join the 2 smaller sized braiding hair together to make it 1 section, and then leaving the other 2 to make it 3 sections of hair, with which we're now going to grip our sectioned hair together. I hope you all understand. Don't worry, as you watch, you're going to understand what I'm speaking or talking about. So then I use my finger now while gripping the hair to divide my section there into 2, and then these 2 sections I'm going to attach the 2 larger braiding hair sections to them and start braiding my hair with it to have like 3 sections of hair to braid with. I know you understand what I'm saying, yeah? Do you understand? Do you understand? Please keep on watching, then you get the angle of what I'm talking about here, okay? Now I cannot categorically tell you how long or how many hours it took me to braid this hair, because I made this hair over the Easter weekend. So I was at my parents' place, I started braiding my hair there, and then finished it when I go back to my own house, you guys. So I did this hair over like a space of 3 days. So on this very first day was when I stayed the longest braiding my hair, while chit-chatting, doing other things, taking breaks. So I cannot tell you how many hours it took me actually to make this hair. So that's basically like the advantage of doing your own hair. Like, you determine when you want to have your hair braided, you determine when you want to take breaks, as opposed to having to sit down at the salon for hours on end. That's what actually puts me off of going to the salon. So I like that I can control when I braid my hair, when I take a break, when I come back to braiding my hair. You get me? So I'm showing you how I crisscrossed the braiding hair here. I like to give you guys a tip to manage your braiding hair. Like I said, for this entire hairstyle, I used just 2.5 packs of Expression Ultra Braids attachments. So what I just did was I divided the braiding hair into 3. I divided some actually into 3 and I divided little bit of it into 4. Initially I had intended to do a bob box braids, so that was why I divided some sections into 4. This was supposed to go for the back section of the hair, and then the rest I would use for the front section, because of course I didn't know how short I wanted the bob to be, so I just wanted the hair to be long enough for me to be able to easily manipulate it. So guys, if you want a tip for cutting your braiding hair to suit the length of hair you want, especially if you're not sure how long you want to go or how short you want to go, just divide your hair into, I think into 3 it will be safe, but if you wanted a bob, into 4 would be nice too. So that way, if you feel like it's too short, you can always add attachment as you braid along. And that brings me to another tip that you're going to be going away with from this video. I'm going to show you how to seamlessly add attachment to your hair as you braid along. Stay tuned for that. You can also check the timestamps on this video to go straight to whatever lesson you want to pick from the video, okay? To add attachment to your braiding hair, you're going to place the braiding hair on the hair that you're braiding and attach the first section or the first part of it, the first half of it, on that strand of hair that you're about to braid, and you leave the other section hanging up. Then after that, you're going to just braid that section that you just added hair to, braid the section just across it before you now add the extra hair to the third section that is yet to be braided. I hope you understand. Please feel free to rewatch this, to rewind it or replay it as much as you can, because I'm sure you're going to get the hang of it. Can you see how seamless the braid look? You wouldn't even know that we've added attachment here. So keep watching. I did this several other times, so keep watching and you'll understand how I did it. Guys, can we take a moment to appreciate how far I've come with braiding my own hair with extensions? The first time I tried this, I tried to do jumbo braids because I thought that would have been easier for me to do, because that would mean me braiding less sections of hair. You guys, it was a flop. I could not grip my hair. It was horrible. I'm going to link it for you to watch. I'm going to link it right here for you to see. But now look at me. Like at the end of the day, like after I had braided this hair, like I said initially, I wanted to do box braids. But when I finished braiding the hair, I was like, I love this length. Let me leave it in like this, and then we'll see if I still want the box braids anyway. So I decided to leave it in like this. Now that I'm done braiding, I'm just putting finishing touches to the hair by trimming the hair, and after which I went and dipped it into hot water, guys. Now remember I said I wanted box braids, so I was not braiding the hair to the very tip, but when I decided to just leave them as is, I still did not braid them up to the end because I just felt like the messiness down there at the tip was a look. Like it just gave it this bow vibe, like this messy braids vibe, so I decided to just leave it as it is. And that's the final look, guys. I hope you really did enjoy this video. I hope you took a lot from it. Feel free to comment, let me know if you enjoyed it, let me know if you learned a lot from it. If it was helpful to you, let me know, and please feel free to share this video with your friends.